All right, guys, I'm going to attempt vlogging. The reason why I never do this is just because I just am not that good at it. But we're gonna give it a go today. The other thing about vlogging is I don't show my kids' faces. I'm getting ready quickly. Brother's sleeping. He has a fever, so he's not gonna like this. It's only 20 minutes away. We're just gonna go pick him up and then he can keep snoozing. But he's taking a nice long nap right now. We had chickens before.
Looking for this?
I was looking for this. Thank you.
Were you looking for this?
And my wallet? Yes, thank you so much. So we had chickens before. We got 3. One of them was murdered by a raccoon. And then when winter came, we didn't know how to winterize their coop and we didn't, I guess, feel like figuring it out. So we gave them away. Well, now we're like, well, we want eggs. And Seth was like, 3 wasn't enough, so we're getting more this time. We pick up some today and then we pick up a few more next week because I have a friend who does this and she kind of guided me on this. And I was like, okay, what do I need to know? She gave me a website where you get to pick out the breeds. She's like, I wanted to pick out different breeds to have like different colored eggs. So that's kind of what we did too. We looked at the breeds and it's like, this is what it looks like as a chick. This is what it looks like as a chicken. This is the color eggs that it makes. This is about how many eggs it makes a year. And this is the demeanor of the chicken. So like I said in a different video, Seth kind of took this on as his thing to do. Like he is the person who ordered everything. And I tend to micromanage so much. So then I try to take a backseat and be like, okay, you've got this. This is your thing. Take it away. Go crazy with it. And then in doing that, sometimes I am completely disconnected from it. So he's like, can we find a middle ground where you're like, oh, that was not the right one. He's like, can we find a middle ground where you like are not micromanaging, but you're also like involved? So I picked out one for myself. It's a golden chicken that lays golden eggs, who I will obviously name Goldie. Clown makeup going on right now. And then there's like all these different kinds of breeds of chickens that we're getting. He also bought this like incubator thing for them. So they're gonna live in the basement for about 6 weeks in the garage, depending on how warm it is. And then my friend who also has chickens was like, if you need more space, you can use our incubator just to like separate them. And then they'll go out in a coop, and Seth is determined to build this coop. So we're gonna go pick them up, me and the children. What could go wrong? We're getting them at 6 weeks. So they're not eggs, they're 6-week-old chicks. And I guess putting them all together as chicks is good because when they're adults, they can kind of be like pecking at each other and stuff. So we'll find out. So this is the chicken coop. So this thing opens up. Let's see if we can do a wide view. It's not gonna live here, but this is just where it lived after Seth built it. You can open up like this. You've got this little changing pad for easy cleanups, I imagine. Little drinking thing over here. Feeding thing here. Okay, we're sitting here waiting for Kofi to wake up from his nap so we can go get the chickens. And Seth just called. What did he say, Aaliyah?
The chickens are ready.
The chickens aren't ready. We're supposed to go get them at 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Apparently they said they're not at the place yet. We're so excited to go get them, aren't we? So now we're just gonna wait. Seth is gonna call them back and give them my phone number because he signed all this up, remember? I'm not micromanaging. So we're just gonna have to wait until they're there. They said anywhere from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. But this is like the very first day that they have them. So I imagine that's why. Like this is the very first day you can get chicks this year. Lame. The little guy just woke up from his nap. He doesn't feel very good. So maybe it's a good thing that they're not ready till later. Seth called and told me that the chicks would be late. I then called just to talk to them directly and they were just like, the chicks haven't arrived yet. Which is kind of a bummer because we've been looking forward to this. We've got this calendar on our wall. And here you can see these drawings of these beautiful little chicks. It's today. Okay, but quickly we're gonna talk about the sponsor. You've heard about them before, Element. I put them in this big giant mason jar and it goes down so fast. Recently got a gym membership with childcare. So I've been going to the gym. So any day that I work out or I go sauna, because sometimes I only have 20 minutes and I'm like, that's fine. I'm just gonna go sit in the sauna while my children are in your care. And then I come back up and I'm a new person because I just meditated for, anyways, I make sure that I have my electrolytes. Or in the afternoons, you're like, I need my cup of coffee. Try this instead. This actually helps me a lot. I started drinking only decaf coffee and not caffeinated coffee. And this is like my afternoon pick-me-up. And I love it. I put the unflavored in my medicine tea kind of thing. It's like where I do lemon, ginger, garlic, honey, and then unflavored electrolytes. And then sometimes I'll do like hot chocolate at night. My favorite is grapefruit and citrus because I like the tangier flavors, but if you like the sweeter flavors, the orange, the watermelon, the raspberry are perfect. If you're interested, go to drinklmnt.com/HeyShayla and use code HeyShayla and you will get a free sample pack. So you just pick a flavor, buy it, and then you get all the flavors to sample. It's 3 o'clock. They just called. The chicks are ready. I was overly enthusiastic. I was like, hello? I'm so excited to hear from you. And she was like, great. I was like, I've got 3 kids that are just so excited. And she's like, wonderful. I was like, see you soon. We literally have been doing nothing all day because we're waiting for this call. We are on our way. Where are we going?
To the chickens.
To get the chickens. What are they saying?
Mommy!
Who's their mommy?
Mommy!
Aaliyah is. All right, we're here. And I forgot to add that Seth is working today. This is just a field trip with me and the kids. Amber Link. We'll pick.
Here's your Goldie. I see your Goldie.
You see my Goldie?
Goldie. She's right here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So we got 2 Goldies. One with
Yep, 2 Goldies. One has feathered legs and one does not. So
Okay,
this
the
one has
feathered.
clean legs, so that's the Orpington.
Okay.
And this one's going to be your buff Cochin.
Okay.
And then this lighter yellow one, that's lemon yellow, that's the Amber Link. Black with the white spot on the head is the Barred Rock. Black with no spot on its head is your Australorp.
Okay.
These 2 are very hard to tell apart, but this one is with the red beak,
Okay.
is the speckled Sussex.
All right.
And this other stripy one that doesn't have the red beak, it's got like the tannish beak. That's the Wilbur.
Okay.
Did I say the Polish already?
No.
And the
That's
Polish.
the last one.
Yeah, that was easy.
All the chickies are in here. It's a tiny little box. And a cute little souvenir
Give me the box.
because we broke it.
The box.
So we got these chicks. And our neighbor, who the girls love, is outside. And they're like, Joan, we got chickens. So we show her, and then she's like, do you want to come hang out with me? And they're like, yeah. So I'm going to put these chickens in this coop. He just woke up. I brought it downstairs, but I feel like it'll be better upstairs. So I'm going to go bring it back upstairs. Dirt all over the floor. That's what happens when it snows in Minnesota. And then everything melts. Look at, I'm such an expert vlogger. How's the inside of my nose? Okay, here we go. So here's our little setup. We can open it this way. This opens up. We can slide these over or open the lid. I'll probably just open the lid up. There are 2 golden ones. I chose a golden one to be mine. Her name will be Goldie. There's this golden one. Come here, little baby. I think this is Goldie. She's so cute. And then there's this golden one who has furry feet. You see those furry feet? Don't know what her name will be yet. And then there's this one who will have like a mohawk. He kind of already does have a mohawk. See? Little mohawk. I was gonna call him Mo, but on the way here, Esme decided that that was hers, and she wanted to call him Risbee. Riz. So that's his name. And then we have just other ones. I don't know. I think this one kind of gets speckled. Aaliyah wants to call this one Dotta because it'll have dots. And then we have another yellow one, but this one is more of a lemon color. Don't have a name for that one yet. And then 2 black ones that I'm not totally sure what they are. This guy. And this one with a little spot on his head. You see him? So they've totally destroyed this box. But here they are. Little guys. So now I need to get them some water in this thing, I think. And some feed in this thing out in the garage. So let's go do that quickly. And then I probably need to plug this thing in so that they're warm. We're in the garage. Seth got 2 things. Chick grit and chick starter. Chick starter has been opened by something out here. So I'm feeding something in the garage. Gross. So I have no idea what to do with these 2 things. I'm gonna start with the starter and then I'll read the grit thing when Seth gets home and I can actually read this. I should have done this, set this all up before the chicks were here, but now they're here, so here we go. I'm crushing this. I just filled it up with some of this starter, but there's holes in it. So it all fell out on the yard here. So I guess whatever I was feeding in the garage, I'll just be feeding on the steps. All right, one's already figured it out. There we go. This one hasn't quite figured it out. You gotta go on the other side there. Chickie, who's that, Boots? Yeah, with the furry feet. There we go, there we go. 2 have figured it out. We got this, guys. You're gonna do great. Risbee, not thriving here. Hasn't quite figured it out. He's trying to eat it from the top. So far, I'm like the worst chick mom ever. I didn't read anything about what to do. Seth just bought this kit. Well, the heat lamp wasn't on, so they've probably just been freezing since I've brought them home. I thought they were 6 weeks old. They're a day old. They're a day old. So they need to be kept at 90 degrees for this week. And then we lower the temp 5 degrees every week. I feel terrible. So I guess you watch them. If they're cold, they'll like huddle together, be really loud. And that's what they've been doing. I just should have looked all this up before I went and got them. Now I feel terrible. But we're good now. Let's see if I can show you. They're kind of sleeping because I think they've been cold all day. So we have like, you can see the thermometer. You can see the little chickies inside. So these heat things finally are going. They're sleeping. But I'm like, are they okay? Yes, they're okay. They're sleeping. We have to clean everything every day. This already needs to be cleaned. I think I'll probably do that in a second. Somebody DM'd me and like, they're like, do you know you have a bunch of different breeds of chickens? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, we had that, but the docile ones would like get pecked and there'd be a hole in their back because the other ones would be mean to it. And I was like, so I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. I just want all these chickies to be okay.
Yes, I like you.
Aww. You got her to sleep. Okay, so here's where we're at with the chickens. They're here. Baby chicks are not a lot of work. They're not no work. There's a couple things I need to be checking for. Thing number one is the temperature. And it is fluctuating like crazy. And I don't know why, but I need to make sure that we're not cooking them and that we're not freezing them. So that's been a little bit stressful. I am truly embarrassed because I had horses, we had chickens, but I don't even remember doing anything with the chickens. They were just out in the barn. I feel really dumb that I thought that these were 6-week-old chickens. They're a day old and I just was like, they were in an egg yesterday. So I'm just a little bit stressed about keeping them alive. And then we have another batch that we're picking up next week. Also, the size of this thing is not gonna hold them until they're 6 weeks old. So my friend said that she would lend us her thing. I have to go get that. Also, when you get them underneath 6 weeks, they can get something called pasty butt. Look at, they're so cute. Pasty butt is where they get poop stuck to their butt and then they can die. So I need to check their butts every day, and if they've got some poop stuck to their butt, I need to clean it. For some reason, their names are like the funnest thing to me. I'm like, oh, who do you have? Oh, you have this one? But like at night, Seth is up every couple hours checking the temperature to make sure that it's not too warm. Okay, pasty butt. So I'm making sure that they don't have pasty butt and like wiping their butts if they do, so they don't die. Okay, so here's what's next. So what's next is we need to go to the backyard. Come here, little man. So cold out today, otherwise I'd go outside, but let me turn around. This is our backyard. We like really want to have a stellar backyard. Everything's just, this was the ice from the ice barrel. Now it's just melting. Okay, so we basically have this space right here or this space over here. We're gonna take down that swing set because it's already kind of not in good shape. So the swing set will go, and then the trampoline and the dome will go together either over there or back there. I would prefer that the dome and the trampoline were here so that I could see the kids, but I don't know that we can put the chicken coop over here. And when I say chicken coop, we need a run. So in the next 6 weeks until they go outside, we need to build a run, and Seth wants to build the coop. So that's what we're working with. Last time we had them, we had a very small fenced in area, makeshift fence. It was like a rollout fence, and we bought some chicken coop off Amazon. I guess the people before us had like 30 chickens or something crazy, but they were like, oh yeah. The neighbor was like, yeah, they had trouble with hawks and raccoons. So I think that's the most of the update. Next week, we're gonna get a couple more. I hope that keeping them all together as babies helps them to all get along and not be mean. In the meantime, we gotta get our backyard ready for the chickens to go outside. And then this summer, they're just gonna be living their best life. And then this fall, hopefully they'll start laying, and then we will need to figure out the winterization of them. That's this whole journey. We picked out breeds, went and picked them up. Now we're growing them, keeping them alive. And I've heard a lot of people have said that they've lost chicks. So I'm kind of preparing for that, but I just don't want that to happen. I hope that if nothing else, this shows you that you should just do it. I'm gonna go check my butts and see if I need to wipe any more. I know I need to wipe his. There's two things that I'm most excited about. A, the eggs, obviously. They don't lay every single day. So when you look to which ones you want to buy, it tells you what color eggs they lay and approximately how many eggs you're going to get that year. So they don't lay every day. But also I'm going to feed them my compost. So I feel like it's like full circles. Like I'm gonna give them this good food, then they're gonna give me these great eggs. Since we got them now, they don't start laying till they're like 20 weeks old. So we won't get eggs till the fall. But when that time comes.
One put their claw on me.
Aww.
Oh, that's so nice.
And I just got back from the gym. This is currently what my house looks like. The chicks are like growing feathers. I called them yesterday and say we have week-old chicks and we're going to get and we're getting day-old chicks. Can they go in the same coop or in the same brooder or whatever you call that? And they were like, week difference should be fine, but like make sure that they don't like peck at the new ones or trample them. They just told me the chicks are ready. Brother needs a nap in like an hour and we need to eat lunch. So I need to sit down and do some mathing. And I need to shower if we're gonna pick up the chickens today or tomorrow. And thank you. I don't know if I'm winning at motherhood or losing when she does that.
Aaliyah is my calming down one.
Yes, that's Aaliyah. She's helping me calm down. Thank you. All right, it is time to wrap up this vlog. We have now had the chickens for like a week and a half. Here's where they're currently living. I will show you them in a second. My friend who has had chickens is lending us this. It's bigger because these chickens have already multiplied like in size. I guess they double in size in the first week, which I have seen because they now have feathers. I'll show you the difference between the two of them. I am obsessed with their names. I don't know why. Seth is like, you need to stop talking about their names. Because I'm like, well, you didn't get to name any of them. Do you want to name them? Do you feel personally invested in that? I don't know. And I'm like, who do you have? What is that? Who's that? So here they are. We literally just changed the puppy pad, which it's kind of dumb that it's folded over, but it's too big. Anyway, we literally just changed this like 2 hours ago. So it gets dirty quickly. We do it every single day. I upgraded their water containers and their food containers. They can't even get to. This is a baby and this is a big one. Like, look at the difference there. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a baby and there's a big one. Hi. You're just gonna peck at my finger? That's weird. Hi. Hello. And then they sit here and sometimes they jump out. There's one that's wild. Zeb. If I'm gonna name them, we've got Zebie over here. Zebie, because he's gonna look like a zebra. We got Amber, because she's an amber link. Princess Belle, because she's got feathers on her feet, so she's gonna look like she's wearing a yellow dress. Goldie. This one's Rita. Flufferton. This one is Dottie. See, this is Zeb. Zeb's always trying to get out. They're both trying to get out. Chickens. Ladies. All right, so I'm gonna close this for now. Anyway, they're in there for now. I need to get this set up over here. Probably put this downstairs. So they've got this on the top so they can't fly out. But I bought this heat lamp because then that will go outside when they go outside. Anyway, that's just the gist of it. Aaliyah's really good at like grabbing them and holding them until we move them outside, really. That's just gonna be it. They're just gonna be getting bigger and bigger and growing feathers, and we're just gonna keep trying to pet them as much as we can so that they get used to us. That's it. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you have any tips, I will take them. We'll see you guys next time.